Lately, I've noticed something. Everywhere I look, there's like this tug of war, men versus women, the so called gender wars, foundational black Americans versus Africans, Ghana and South Africa versus Nigerian immigrants, Japan versus foreigners. Even here in Canada, the conversation around Indian immigrants. And then there's conservatives versus liberals. Even within the black community, conservative black voices versus progressive black voices. These debates circle all around the same conversation and question. Do we live for ourselves or do we live for the collective? It's the duality of individualism versus collectivism. That's the paradox. Individualism gives us freedom, but it can isolate us. Collectivism gives us unity, but it can erase individuality. As a photographer, I live between those two worlds pretty much every day. I wonder, how do I grow my business, my art, my life when I'm pulled between doing it alone and needing to be part of something bigger? The word that I've come to embrace is interdependence. W.E.B. Du Bois once said, each of us is a custodian of part of the world's truth. That's what I believe. My truth doesn't cancel yours, and your truth doesn't cancel mine. Together, they complete each other. But I also recognize that my growth, my art, and my purpose only exist because of others. James Baldwin reminded us that freedom is not something that anybody can be given. Freedom is something people take. But I would add, we take it together and not apart. In the same way, Gordon Parks, one of the great photographers of the 20th century, said his camera was a weapon against poverty, against racism, against all types of social wrongs. His art was individual, but his fight was collective. That's why photography is the perfect metaphor. Each subject that I capture is one person, one story, but every image becomes a part of a bigger conversation about who we are as a people. My solo career may feel individualistic, but the work itself is very communal. Photography is where the I and the we finally meet. So maybe the creator's design was never for us to choose between individualism or collectivism. Maybe the real journey is to embody both, to remain ourselves while belonging to one another. Isaac Asimov's foundation even wrestled with this same tug of war. Robots debating whether protecting humanity means giving us freedom or protecting us even from ourselves. For me, the answer is this. We want to break these endless cycles, gender wars, culture wars, political wars. We have to practice interdependence now. Teaching our children. I had to change sceneries because my camera died, so I had to plug it back in so we can get this video finished. Teaching our children and reminding ourselves that freedom and unity are not opposites, that balance is the only way forward, or else we'll be caught in a tug of war forever. For me, every photo is a practice of that balance. Every click of the shutter says that we are many yet one. And I want to hear from you. Do you ever feel the same fatigue with these dualities and extremes? Do you wrestle with these questions the same way that I do? Drop your thoughts below. Let's start this conversation together. Also, I'm thinking of putting a book together, a photo book of my portraits and maybe even a calendar featuring my work. Would you be interested in something like that? Let me know in the comments because interdependence isn't just an idea. It is something we live when we share our voices, our stories, and our art.